Welcome to Bespoke Diaries. Today's article is on No Limits by Alice Varela, Paralympic Athlete, Venezuela. Alice Yanina Vivas Varela is 23 years old, and she wants to share with you all the three main keys in her life, which led her to a life without limits. For those who do not know Alice's story, at the mere age of 22 years, she lost her right leg, but before she tells you more in depth, Alice wants to express that she loves the reaction in children, yes, in children. Every time Alice goes to the store, or on the street, everyone stares at her, but the children's reaction is funny. Many of them come up and touch her stump, or they pass by and say to their parents, "Look, Mom, what happened to her leg?" Many look at her with fear. It will be that if they touch her she will bite. But to gain their confidence, Alice laughed with them, and little by little they approach her. Alice is a person of integrity, humble extrovert, fun, and with many more qualities that if she would mention, she would never end. The point is that among so many qualities she was very lazy. It was a little exercise, she did not like to walk, being more clear, she did not leave her house. Her daily routine was from home to work, work to college, and from the university back to her house. As many would see her schedule a little tight but boring, Alice had every chance of getting a little more interested in herself, but on many occasions, she did not fix herself. She felt like a normal person, without many possibilities. She just made an effort to study, to perform in her job, to pay for college. She missed a lot of opportunities back then, and all she did was get sick. Alice used to wonder how was it possible for a person like her, with a whole world ahead, didn't have the ability to see a little beyond her possibilities and expectations. Did she live in her closed world? She could not focus more. Unfortunately, we as human beings, we wait for things to happen to us so we can learn from them. On May 16, 2015, something unexpected happened that changed Alice's life completely. After an accident occurred which left her in a coma for 2 weeks, in that fatal accident, she not only lost her right leg but unfortunately, her brother also lost his life. Many thought that when Alice woke up from coma, she would not deal with all these things that just happened to her. It is not easy for anyone to go through something like this. From that moment her life changed. For her loved ones and friends, it was difficult for all of them, not knowing what to say to her, how to speak to her without saying something incoherent that affected her. At the time Alice did not understand many things, and so far there are many things that she does not remember. She was upset with herself, with God, because at that time she didn't understand what plan He had for her. Why did her brother and not herself? She asked this countless questions daily to herself. It bothered Alice when people looked at her, it bothered her to be in wheelchairs. She felt useless, she couldn't believe how much her life had changed in the blink of an eye. How she had gone from being a whole person to be a disabled one. Many told her, "Alice, look at this athlete, look at this dancer, they don't have a leg and everything they do. Look, they are professionals," but you wonder? How much did it take for them to adjust to their new life to get to where they are? To be professional athletes or dancers. Alice even felt like the ugliest woman. She said to herself, how someone will like me? How they will see me as pretty, if I'm like this without a leg? A lot of things went through her head, which is definitely to go crazy. But Alice tried to see through the eyes of each person who encouraged her. She tried to put herself in the place of her family, to see what was happening to her from another perspective, and she really tried every day. She decided to improve herself, to get ahead, because not only it was about her, she had many people around her that affected them as much as she did. This is where Alice said to herself, that you have to wait for things to happen, to learn to value life a little more, value more your loved ones, because life does not wait. At the moment we least realize it, it is unfairly gone. So Alice started from scratch. If she had a new opportunity, why not do things differently? Exercise, to strengthen herself, both physically and emotionally, to see the good side of things. And at that moment you look at things in depth, and you realize that there are people in worse conditions than you, without arms, without legs, children with terminal illnesses, and yet they smile and show life that they still have hope to live. Breathe deep and ask yourself if they can, because why can't you? It is impressive how your attitude and your way of being can brighten the lives of many people. The simple fact of smiling, when faced with a problem, changes the perspective of everything. Alice wanted her family to feel proud of her, and especially her sisters, that they see that if she can, they can too. Alice knew it would not be easy, but not impossible either. She just had to put in a bit of her part and continue with her life. It was an accident where she could easily lose her life, and for things in life she is still here, telling her story to all of you. One afternoon Alice was leaving her work. On her way home, that's when Mr. Adolfo Zuniga, the director of the Táchira State Sports Clinic, approached and introduced himself. He told her, on several occasions he had seen her, but had not had the opportunity to talk to her. He would like to train her for cycling and represent Venezuela in the Paralympic Games. Alice really wanted to laugh. She thought he was playing a prank on her, but as he continued talking, she realized that the thing was serious and she said yes. She would like to train, but without first making it clear that never in her life she had trained for any sports, and she hardly knew riding a bicycle. The truth was, Alice still had her doubts. She did not know if it was real or it was some crazy person who wanted to joke. A month passed when she received a message from Mr. Adolfo, telling her that she had to appear at the sports clinic, to perform a medical circuit, and for the moment still she was not so convinced. Since, in the course of that month, Alice had been fired from her job, and she did not have money to buy all the necessary equipment to train. But she has to be grateful to someone. It is with God that she was rewarded with unique people around her, who have never left her alone and have always been by her side supporting her. At the time Alice mentioned to others that I will be taking cycling training. Some did not think the idea, as they were afraid, as cycling is a strong sport and it is not for everyone. It is not simple to get on a bicycle and pedal uncontrollably. It requires practice, and in her condition, she needed more balance, strength, endurance, and many other things, and to be honest, at the time Alice was terrified. She was afraid to ride a bicycle. But Alice is fortunate to have one of the best coaches, Mr. Alex Mendez, and to belong to one of the best cycling teams in the city, Venezuela, country of the future, who made sure that she had a good physical preparation, and thanks to that to be able to have the best performance. This was not easy when Alice started. She did not know anything, she did not even have balance. It scared her, and at the same time, it excited her. Seeing her companions rolling, the speed at which they were going, how they performed each exercise. Every day Alice tried to demand more of herself than the day before. Alice repeats, it was not easy, but not impossible. Alice dedicated herself to training every day. She learned to get on public transport, in order to go for training every day. She fell in love with cycling. The passion and dedication she felt towards this sport was more and more. Seeing all that she had progressed, all the support she had, and seeing how the guys who trained with her encouraged Alice and helped her improve, the confidence they had in her further inspired her to improve more and more. Seeing how little by little she was leaving behind everything negative, and seeing the possibilities she had to get ahead, how she received the support and affection of people. She wanted to seek help for her prosthesis. She wanted to walk again. After looking for so many places without any answer, God illuminated her with a ray. Alice's uncle saw a program on television, where her friends from the Bionic Zone were talking. She decided to look for them on social networks and communicate with them. She was not sure if they would answer her, but she explained her case, and in a matter of hours they answered her messages, and thanks to them today, she has her prosthesis and she can walk today. Alice had a lot of help from people present there in carrying out various projects, to be able to get her prosthesis, and that's how she got it. She didn't believe that in such a short time she had evolved so much. Alice says nothing in this life is impossible. You just have to believe in yourself, see the good side to all the obstacles that are presented to us, and understand that everything happens because of something, that even an accident has direction and purpose in life. that today we are and tomorrow we don't know, and that's why we have to enjoy life to the fullest, complain less and enjoy more. If Alice can jump rope, do exercises like anyone else, study, train cycling and continue her life like any of you, why not you? Our destiny is within us, we just have to be brave to see it. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Do leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For similar type of article please reach us at contact@thebespokediaries.com, or you can visit our website www.thebespokediaries.com.